given all the things that you've done, the books you've written, your advanced degrees, your speaking opportunities, who's the real Mitch Lee Marks?
Here I am. I made a decision rule for myself. I applied for PhD programs in what's called organizational psychology. So I'm a psychologist, but I'm not a therapist. I don't do therapy. Organizational psychology is more like how people work together, leadership, teamwork, things like that. And I said to myself, if I got into a PhD program, I'm going to pursue that course. I was very fortunate. I applied to about 11 places and 10 of them rejected me. And I tell myself I'm looking in a parking lot that's crowded. I only need one spot. The University of Michigan. People talk about Stanford, Princeton, and Michigan as the top three psych programs. I was just blown away and honored to be accepted by the University of Michigan. When I was there, I was working with a professor and I had a dissertation fall in my lap. The difficult part about going through a PhD program, not so much is doing the work, but deciding what you're going to work on. Because you got to come up with something new that hasn't been studied before. And it's very difficult to do that. My professor was doing a project with a unionized company in Buffalo, New York. He called it human resources accounting. Now, that sounds like an oxymoron. What he planned to do was he collected all of this HR data. And then he was going to publish it in the company's annual report to the shareholders. And then he was going to survey the shareholders to see if they gave a hoot about all these human resources. He collected the data, and then before the annual report came out, the company was the victim of an unfriendly takeover attempt. They were a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. A company came in and made an undesirable bid. The company ended up getting acquired by the Los Angeles Times in what's called a white knight acquisition. And it's kind of sexist, but this is how M&A talk is. The white knight comes in and saves the damsel from distress. This company did not like the first company that put a bid in. They reluctantly were acquired by the LA Times. And then my dissertation became, we have all this data. This event occurred. Let's go back and collect more data. So this was the first academic study of the human and cultural aspects of mergers and acquisitions. I'm no smarter than the average Joe, but I was in the right place at the right time and very fortunate. So that's how I got into this business.